Hey everybody, I'm back. This is Doc, and I wanted to talk about initial assessment. I haven't done that video in a little while because I haven't found any number ones that really spoke to me. So I've got two here that I'm going to talk about, so let's go ahead and get to it. If the notifications will stop. Alright, so first up we're going to talk about New Gods by Ram V with art by Evan Cagle and Jorge Fornes. I've never really been a great fan of the New Gods. It was a Jack Kirby property, and it's taken me a long time to really get, I don't want to say an appreciation for Jack Kirby, but to love him as much as I do a lot of the modern masters. I understand that his composition and just how he lays a page out is magnificent. I do appreciate that, and I can appreciate that. But I grew up in the 90s with McFarlane and Liefeld and Jim Lee and those guys, and it's not that I'm an Image fanboy by any means, but I grew up with a more realistic style. Mark Bagley on Amazing Spider-Man, that sort of thing. Now, as I have gotten older, I do tend to like scratchier things like Tommy Lee Edwards or John Paul Leon, but anyway, I'm getting off topic here. This is a new form of the New Gods. We have Highfather, we have Orion, we have Scott Free, we have Big Barda, and we have a story where there's a prophecy that Metron finds where the old gods have died. And so the prophecy comes to fruition that a new child is going to be born, and it must be killed as a child before it becomes a problem for the New Gods. So you have Metron talking to Highfather, and Highfather is trying to figure out what to do. Meanwhile, you have Scott Free and Big Barda with their new child, and Barda is just exhausted. Scott is as well, mentally and physically, and here comes Orion. And Orion says, I've been tasked by Highfather to kill this child, but I want you to find the child first, and then we're going to play a game of hide and seek, because I don't really want to do this. So it presents a mystery in the beginning, and then it also presents a chase me and catch me if you can situation as well. So Scott initially says, I'm not going to do this, I'm not playing your games, I'm not playing Highfather's games, but eventually Orion convinces him, hey, look, if you don't, I'm going to find this child before you do, and I'm going to kill this child, because I'm going to do what Highfather has told me to do. I am the son of Darkseid, but Highfather has accepted me and loved me no matter what. So on a personal level, it does hit heavier than just a regular superhero comic, because now you have this child who's in danger, and you have Highfather who's acting strangely. He's pretty much the Zeus or Odin of this particular pantheon, and he's not acting the way that he should be acting. So I'm not sure personally that I can recommend this, because I'm just not that big of a New Gods fan. I will say it's a good solid book. So for my initial assessment, I'm going to turn this one down though, simply because I'm not as familiar with the property as I should be. So, not a bad book, just not for me. All right, and the other initial assessment book I have here is Green Lantern, Green Arrow, World's Finest Special, written by Jeremy Adams with art by Lucas Mayer and colors by Marcelo Mayalo. This is a story about the hard-traveling heroes era of Green Lantern and Green Arrow when they were both in the same book, which was written by Denny O'Neil with art by Neil Adams for the majority of that run. And it's like Jeremy Adams completely captures how these characters acted together in that time. Meanwhile, you have I'm not going to call him a proto-Deathstroke, because he was known as Deathstroke at that time, but this is set back during that time frame, so Deathstroke was not the absolute, badass that he turned into. He was still learning his craft and still getting outsmarted by heroes on occasion. So Deathstroke has been sent to kill Green Lantern and Green Arrow. He's aware of the Lantern's weakness to yellow, so he uses yellow bullets so that Hal's shields get penetrated. I just really had a lot of fun with this book, because if there's one thing that Jeremy Adams has brought to DC and brought back to Green Lantern, is a little and a modicum of fun. A lot of these books after Dark Knight, and I know that's beating a dead horse, but a lot of books have brought darkness into their characters. They want to go grim and gritty just to try to snag that same set of readers that Dark Knight would, or Watchmen would, that deconstructionist set of readers. Instead, the light, the literal light of Green Lantern has been reborn through Jeremy Adams' writing, and I just can't get enough of this stuff. It's absolutely a blast. The art by Lucas Mayer is top-notch. It's laid out in a way that you see the anger in Green Arrow here, and yet you see the absolute power and willpower of Green Lantern as he suits up. So this book, on the other hand, is definitely worthy of your time and effort. So I'm going to recommend that you get a dose of Green Lantern, Green Arrow, World's Finest Special, which as far as I know is a one-shot. So you only have to buy one book. You only need one dose of this particular book, and then you're going to feel a lot better about the Christmas spirit, life in general, and the holiday season. So thanks for watching, guys. That is my 2 initial assessment books for this week. I hope you enjoyed this video. Now it's party time. I'm going to go out and enjoy my birthday party with some friends and family, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.